Link engaged.
Visit us at teamspeak.com.
Alright guys, we are back. Game number 4 between HwangSin and NEXHack. I keep saying next, and it's not next, it's Nex. Nex. So it's tough for ignorant Americans like me. So anyway, Hack has spawned over here in the 3 o'clock position. HwangSin is at 9 o'clock. He's the blue Protoss. This is the TeamSpeak TL SC2 Open. So thank you so much to TeamSpeak for sponsoring this awesome event. Thanks Team Liquid for hosting this awesome event. Be sure to tune in tomorrow to their TL attack with Naniwa in control and Diggity. That'll be a lot of fun. Always is. And Dario, what do you think, man? Hack's got to make something happen here if he's going to stay alive.
He does, but so does HwangSin. Does not want to get even up. Even though if you have been leading 2-0, then going into 2-1, you still feel very confident. But if it goes to 2-2, it means your opponent won 2 games in a row before the final match. Kind of putting your opponent into the favorable position psychologically.
Yeah, a little bit of a momentum shift.
Yeah. So HwangSin got to be careful not to risky again.
Now let me ask you, TLO, as a player who plays at the very highest level, how mental is StarCraft? How important is that psychological advantage?
Way more mental than most, actually. Way more mental than most players. I think it's really tough on your mind. Every single little distraction can throw you off your game.
Mm-hmm.
For example, imagine you lose 2 games in a row in the best of 5, and you're already a little bit on edge. And then a little fly comes to your room and lands on your hand, and you get so annoyed by it because you're so on edge. So even the tiniest things can shift the game and decide a final and steal you of thousands of dollars just because a little insect was annoying you.
Are you speaking from experience there?
A little bit. I mean, there are so many things which can throw you off your game if you're not fully. So it's very mental.
That's really funny. I keep, for whatever reason, what I'm envisioning in my head right now is if you can think back to MLG Dallas, when Idra beat Huck and then he turned around and played against you, and like lost a best of 5 in like 8 minutes. This one of those mental things, you know, because he just played those long crazy games against Huck, and then you just came and shut him down. And
yeah, I enjoyed it. I knew it would work like that. He was already. That was Dallas with the hallucination, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where he GG'd out of his game while just facing an unreal army. I knew it's gonna be so hard on his mind. So I thought it's just gonna end this.
No, yeah, that was funny. Those games were so dirty. So
anyway, it was so funny because so Scoots, his manager. He went to the toilet because the game didn't even start yet, so he thought he just can go to the bathroom and come back, and when he came back, basically Idra was already out of the tournament.
That was hilarious. I interviewed Idra after those games, and it's like he wasn't even mad. He was just like, oh, okay, I guess I'm out.
yeah. So. Anyways, back to this game. Hack is actually going once more for a pretty awkward push, just moving out with 3 Marines even.
Yeah, but this time HwangSin has a Stalker over there. Actually, a couple Stalkers.
Yeah, but I don't think he's gonna be... Wow. Hack moves out 3 more Marines, but they're gonna be caught off by... Gonna lose everything.
Yeah, these Stalkers can kite these Marines forever. There are no Marauders, there's no concussive shell anywhere in sight. Actually, these Stalkers aren't even going to kite, they're just going to stand there and hit stuff. And so Hack has lost his initial Marines, and I mean, he's not in really any trouble of dying here, but this is putting him behind, man.
This is putting him behind. One Stalker's almost done, Marauder's going to come out, then he should be able to deal with it. However, there's also a bunker at the nexus of HwangSin, and the sentry is trying to attack it. A big slumber by HwangSin, just losing the sentry without any effect to it.
Yeah, that bunker went down completely unnoticed by me, but all of HwangSin's units are on the wrong side of the map. Now he's having to pull all these probes to try and surround and kill it. This is bad, man. His Nexus has lost all the shields, and he's going to try to kill this bunker with just probes and a couple zealots and a stalker. So I thought that HwangSin was getting himself ahead, but in fact, well, actually, this is just going to end up being sort of even. As it was a nice defense there, probes initiating the engagement there and then being put back onto the line. So nice defense there by HwangSin. He's going to come out of there with a 30 probe to 22 SCV lead. Mules will offset that a little bit. About how much is a mule worth in terms of harvesters?
I think it's like 3 harvesters. So 2 mules, 6 harvesters, 30 against 32.
Very
it's
close.
still pretty even.
Very close. And once again, we see Hack getting this fast Ghost Academy. And you know, the last time he did this, he made like 4 ghosts and just gave up on it. And I kind of think that had he continued producing ghosts, and you pointed this out as well, he would have been much better suited for the Archon tech switch that we saw out of HwangSin. I wonder if he's going to maybe stick with him a little bit longer this time, or if he's just going to try to do another ghost push, knock out some sentry energy, and try to win the game there.
I'm pretty sure he's going to try to move out once more. Metalopolis map being suited so much more for early ghost push because you don't have a tiny little ramp you can defend with 1 or 2 force fields, but having a wide range of a really wide open space can actually engage from many positions at Terran, and force fields are not going to be too useful.
Right.
But on the other side, HwangSin this time goes for a 6-gate push, giving him a lot of units, making it so much stronger of a build for Protoss to deal with early ghost push.
Yeah, but I don't think the Terran push is ever going to really materialize. He sees these units moving across the map, and he has to feel like something's up. I'd like to see him throwing down a bunker or two. It doesn't look like he's going to. This is going to be a really tough push to deal with no bunkers. It's a good use of force field, and I think Terran might just die here.
Depends. If units are actually just going to be clutched up, he can EMP everything, and the sentries are going to be useless. Stalkers are going to be on half-health. But still, as you're saying, it's a lot of Protoss units, and Hex scouts it, he sees the pile, and now he's going to be prepared at least.
Just now going to go and throw down the bunker. He's trying to get 2 bunkers down. Oh no, now he's going to choke off all of his units behind those bunkers, so force field could really give him a hard time here. There goes the Guardian Shield, 2 force fields. Oh, nice EMP catches a couple of those sentries. Not much energy left. Stalkers are bearing down on the natural. I feel like Protoss has a much better concave here. But the Marauders and the Marines are just doing such good damage. And Hack, oh gosh, it's so close, it's so hard to call, but I feel like Hack might hold.
I think it's going to be very difficult. His units are so damaged, and if he stims one more time, they are close to death.
You're right.
He lost almost all his SCVs too. Snipe goes down, very nice, but not too helpful. More SCVs being pulled. Hack just in too much of a trouble. I don't think he can hold. He can just defend a little longer, and the bunker might get up, but he is in a lot of trouble.
Oh,
More units coming in.
Yeah, like you said, he's just stemmed to death. The bunker does complete, and a couple units are going to get in there, but it's not going to be enough. Hack has lost so many SCVs, down to 20 SCVs to the 40 harvesters of the Protoss player. There's the GG, and HwangSin, he's going to win this whole thing 3-1. Like you said, Dario, he did not want to go to a Game 5. He wanted to go ahead and put the nail in the coffin, pushing with a very strong 6-gate. And, man, gateway units, they can be pretty dang tricky.
Nothing more I can add to that.
So, man, so that's 2 out of the last 3 TL Opens that HwangSin has won. He's absolutely, I guess, this Korean is tearing up the foreigner scene. I think, is he on a team right now? I feel like Hotbit said he's on PSW, is that right? Or am I misspeaking here? No, I'm just being correct. He was on MVP, but he's currently not on a team. Wow, how cool would it be to see this guy get picked up by a foreigner team if he's going to be making this much of a splash in foreigner events?
Maybe he wants to move to Europe.
Maybe you can get him in the well, I guess I can't really call it the Liquid House, but the Sweden House.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind it. A Korean.
So definitely a pretty impressive performance. He, I think it's noteworthy. If you look at his path through the bracket, he played so much PvP. It's crazy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 PvPs on his way through, and then he played a PvZ, and then moved on to the games that we casted in the finals with Nurchio, and then of course against Hack. So pretty damn impressive play, if I may say so. Can't take anything away from Hack, though. He had a good run. Only managing to take one game off of HwangSin, though. One thing that's really noteworthy, in my opinion, is just the speed of these games. They ended so quickly. Is this indicative of the metagame, or is this just playstyle?
I think it's playstyle, definitely. As I was saying earlier, he prefers to put the nail in the coffin of his opponents. I really like, because it feels lately a lot of players are being too careful.
Yeah.
So if you are far ahead, end it. If you have a better unit composition, try to end it. I mean, it doesn't have to end the game, but if you have an opportunity...
If you have an opportunity to do
take
so...
it. Yeah,
okay,
you should.
there we go. Jump all over it. So, well, you know what? As much as I hate to say it, it's been so short-lived, but we're about out of time here with the TeamSpeak TL Open. I guess the first thing we need to do before we wrap things up is give another huge thanks and a huge shout-out to TeamSpeak for sponsoring this whole event. It's been a real blast. I've enjoyed casting it. I had a lot of fun hanging out with you, Dario. And
it was a pleasure to be along your side again, too.
Well, thank you, sir. And I think it's only fitting that we give you an opportunity to give some shout-outs and thank some fine folks.
Of course. Always I want to thank my fans. It's really a pleasure to see that you're still following me and supporting me as much as you can, even though I'm not really delivering too many results lately and taking a break right now, but you guys are still awesome. I want to thank Razer, of course. They are awesome too. I actually really like playing with their gear right now. I'm was a little bit skeptical because players are always skeptical at the beginning of changing gear. But Razer gear, I like it by now, and I like it a lot now, especially the mouse. And just keep sharing for me. Join me on Facebook, facebook.com/DarioTLO, and also follow me on Twitter if you want. Just for Dario. I do have my own real name there because it's already taken. You know my name, search for it, and you find it.
All right, man. Well, I want to speak to the Razer plug just a little bit because I have absolutely no affiliation with Razer whatsoever. But ever since they sponsored the very first TSL way back in Brood War, I've been the biggest Razer fanboy, and I have I have a Razer Black Widow keyboard, which I can clack away on there in the background.
Yeah, I hear the sound. Really, Black Widow.
I've got a Razer mouse. I've got a Razer headset. I love all of their equipment, and I love what they do for esports. So I do not care that I'm not affiliated with Razer. Please go support them. Please go support TeamSpeak, and please go support Team Liquid by just hanging out on their site and continuing to build them up to be the cornerstone of foreign esports as they have always been. My name is Mr. Bitter. I've had a lot of fun casting with you guys today. Y'all can catch me out. Y'all can check me out on my website. That's evolutioncomplete.com. And 12 Weeks with the Pros can be seen on my blip, which is mrbitter.blip.tv, if I recall correctly. Thanks so much for watching today, guys. I've had a blast. Shout out to all the folks in esports land. Keep being the best fans in the world. We'll see you guys next time.